find shelter. Get inside.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Witcher 3, Hearts of Stone. We are right where we left off, trying not to freeze to death.
Olgierd didn't let them in. They froze to death.
Ah, here we go. A cellar. Leave it to me to overthink things and die trying to do the simplest of tasks. But let's continue exploring the manor and trying to, solve the third task, shall we?
Olgierd, Iris, and her father.
Oh, this can't have ended well. What do we got here? Marriage contract.
Marriage contract between Iris and Olgierd.
Prenuptial agreement. We, the undersigned, Iris, Bilewitz, and Olgierd von Everic, have agreed to seal our love in a marital contract and to bind ourselves to certain covenants. Let this document stand as an oath before the gods and all that we hold holy, that till death do us part, we shall treat one another with mutual respect and give due hearing to each other's requests and opinions. If separation shall come, we shall each retain all property, both movable and immovable, which we brought into the marriage, and additionally, each shall keep any presents given by the other during the duration of the marriage. The income which each receives, each shall spend as he or she sees fit, only with all costs related to the maintenance and upkeep of mutual possessions being divided equally between the parties. Signed, Iris Bilewitz, Olgierd von Everic. Okay.
So this is when he started smoking.
A
Beer
mug.
tinkered, but there was vodka in it. Drained to the last drop.
That can't be good. Okay, so Olgierd's clearly drinking something. Let's give him the cup.
So that's how he whiled away the long winter evenings.
I don't see anything else that I can pick up off the floor. And why is she looking so irritated? I'm guessing he's holding up the marriage contract.
Her father must have been holding the contract.
Furthermore, it is agreed that Iris shall be accorded the respect she is owed, that you shall heed her counsel and requests, and...
Get to the point,
She's
son.
crying.
My patience runs thin.
Gladly. On Iris's request, I declare this marriage null and void.
I see.
You vowed to remain with me till death do us part.
And I've held to my vow. The Olgierd I married is no more.
Breaking a word once given does not come that easy. Believe me. You shall stay here forever.
Enough! You will not command us. You will...
I saw this coming.
Father! Father! No!
Servants, take this carcass and feed it to the beasts.
And the beasts appear. Okay.
Then von Everic ceased to be human.
Though he still loved his wife.
No, he merely remembered that he should love her.
Let's go upstairs.
Yeah. Something tells me he got that, Well, no, the ritual we saw upstairs, he said he was trying to unbind the contract, meaning he'd already made the pact with Gaunter. So... that begs the question, where did everything go wrong?
I remember. We spent much time together here, the three of us.
Caretaker.
In silence.
We'll take our places, the same as then.
You do the rest.
A platter.
There is much to be found around here.
A large clay bowl. Small bowl. For soup, maybe? Claw scratches.
Okay.
Got
No.
something wrong.
Yeah, there's something wrong, all right.
Animal hair. Single place setting. No others on the table.
Question is, what exactly is wrong?
Probably not right.
Is there anything around that shows me what I'm trying to reenact? Kind of like before, the painting and all that stuff. Doesn't appear to be anything upstairs. I suppose I could guess. I've got a space here, a space over there, 2 bowls and a serving tray. Well, I'm guessing he's probably got the serving
Perfect
tray.
match.
Since the dog is here, I'm going to say he's got the
Think
large
this
bowl.
was yours.
Which means the small one needs to go here.
There we go. You actually ate from these bowls?
Of course not. I already told you, we're not animals.
But the caretaker would set them out all the same, as ordered.
Another monstrosity. I begged you to stop this. Those 2 are too many as it is.
The dog and cat keep you company. This one will protect you. Care for the house, no matter what happens.
Before, I wished to know what was going on in that head of yours. I thought perhaps I could help. Now, I care not the slightest what you think or how you feel.
I feel nothing.
Just as I no longer know if I still hate you. Go, Olgierd. I want you out of my sight.
Olgierd von Everic failed to understand we'd never be able to replace him.
His spectre now casts a shadow over Lady Iris's every remembrance. We're almost at our journey's end.
What's there?
Iris von Everic's greatest fear.
Something tells me I'm gonna have quite the fight on my hands, aren't I? Face her greatest fear. Okay.
My dearest wife. Letters from Olgierd to Iris. Were I only as skilled with words as I am with my blade. Especially now, when an icy void grips my heart. I see how you look at me, and I see you wither. I cannot help you, but I believe I can cease harming you. This letter and this rose are my farewell. May you live in health, and remember but the good times, Olgierd.
So he just straight up left her. When all she really wanted was her husband back. She wanted to give up his folly and you know, do what every husband should do, which is make her wife happy. Make his wife happy. Hell, like, it doesn't even have to be a husband and wife. It, you know, any partner, any relationship. The goal is mutual happiness. Oh my god. Because that's not creepy at all. So I just gotta end these things and we're good, eh? Oh, specifically that one. Can I equip a shield? Equip a shield. Equip shield? There we go.
You won't ever delusion. Complete your tasks. Live happily ever.
Come on. Ting, ting, ting. So is he aware of any of this? Olgierd. Or is he completely oblivious to the fact that this is like her fate? Something tells me he knows. Why else would he send me on this journey?
You're not him.
You finally acknowledge my existence, though.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place.
All right, lead the way.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber, at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the sketchbook on my grave, I remembered learning to draw my husband's face. Tell me, how is Olgierd? Healthy? Does he fare well?
Doesn't deserve your concern. He pretends to be happy, but isn't.
Your husband's got a powerful enemy.
We'll start there.
Alter O'Dim. Know the name?
I curse the day I first heard it.
Who is he, and how'd he step into your lives?
It's my fault. It was for me Olgierd summoned the Man of Glass. And it was my fault he wished for riches, then immortality for us both. Olgierd will best O'Dim, won't he? Now tell me, how is my husband?
So, hold on. He wished for immortality for both of them. if she's how is she? But you guys see what I'm trying to? How? How is she gone if she was immortal? There's something more here.
Your husband hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone, so nothing has changed. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
Maybe you can find peace if you give it up.
Got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose. Feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Need to be honest. If I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger? I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
So long.
A reflection, perhaps.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everic.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
And now the world just crumbles. What a tragedy. I still want to know how it is that she supposedly had wished for the immortality and yet ended up perishing. It's very odd. I mean, Gaunter's made it pretty clear. It's hard. to take back your wishes from him. Very hard. So how exactly did she do it? If she did in fact do it. Right then. Meet at the Alchemy Inn? Okay. Where exactly is the Alchemy Inn? I can't get out the... Hey! Why can't I leave? I kinda need to go. What? How am I trapped in here? Come on now. Don't be like that. I gotta get to the signpost. Wherever that is. Pretty sure it wasn't in this direction, though. How do I get out of here? Somebody locked the front gate. This one's barred shut. There's nothing that way, except a wall. Come on, I got in here through a door. Oh, no I didn't. I got in through a hole in the wall. Alright. So where's the hole in the wall? There it is. Okay. Now where's my signpost? Oh, come on. I know it was around here somewhere. If I could ever pull up my map. Okay, just a little further up the road. Let's get out of here, shall we? We have business in Oxenfurt. The question is, now that I've completed the 3 tasks, what's going to happen next? Specifically, what's going to happen to Olgierd, and what about our contract with Gaunter? Definitely a lot of factors here to ponder. I'm still, like... Not knowing what he is makes it really hard to react to what he does and how to deal with him. Because pretty much everything in The Witcher is, oh, well, this monster is this, it comes out at this time of day, it's a weak to these particular things, but strong to these ones, so here's how you trap it and beat it. Everything has a system and a process, but Gaunter, we hardly know anything. He's clearly
and be quick about it.
not just your run-of-the-mill monster or spectre.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draft.
He mentioned something about a genie, and yet...
Over here.
Oh, God. Not the face I was hoping to see.
Wait till looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treats.
What the hell? Okay, he's definitely no mere genie. Last I checked, genies or djinn don't have control over time and space.
Show off.
Of course I am.
Wouldn't you be?
Maybe they do.
Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
A fly?
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say time has always fascinated me, so I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Dim, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
You're no mere djinn, though.
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That they oft desire unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
I do.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
All you did was just pique my curiosity even more, dude. Seriously, what the hell are you?
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Lilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared. End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
But you
Fulfill
didn't say
your end of the
where.
bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
I can control time, yet no.
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quickness. Just one of my many qualities.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple. Got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic. She were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Is that so? Shawnee paid me another visit.
Did
My
you
bar
see?
stands on 3.
The last one wasn't memorable enough. Would you kindly move?
Drunk he was. Maybe he fainted.
Fainted?
Oh my
He's
god.
soaked in blood!
And he's got a spoon in his eye.
Cursed and next.
Like, my god.
Defeatism and desertion.
Okay. Looks like the one to talk to Shawnee is highlighted first. That's good, because that's where I'm going. Provided I can find the front door. Okay.
Shawnee?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
Something I can do for you. Are you packing?
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but...
What's wrong?
I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Why so sudden?
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Oh, good grief.
Couldn't turn him down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
Don't go? No.
I understand. Any chance we'll see each other again?
Someday, I'm sure.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows it.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslock, claims Olgierd von Everic met with the professor multiple times. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
That can't be good.
Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
I've handled my fair share of mage hunters.
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult? Must be a trove of knowledge. If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the Academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me. You know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
Really? That would definitely be convenient. What friend are we talking about exactly? I don't have very many. Why am I going so slow?
So how are things at the Academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind? So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
They just had like 2 overlapping conversations and then it just stops. What's going on here? Is this the Academy? Where are we going? I am so confused. So where's this friend?
Halt!
By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
King Radovid is
Not
dead.
even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno?
Hey?
Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
Of course not.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know.
Why are we
We'll
having
figure
this
something out.
conversation in front of the guards?
Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right. Let me in.
Why were we just discussing that right in front of the damn guards? You mean to tell me they didn't hear us just say, oh, well, I'll sneak you in the back way? For that matter, where is the back way? Just how far around do I have to go? Oh my god. Far. Oh, stop that. Map. Map, please. I don't suppose... Yeah, that kind of looks like... I'm trying to see if I can just kind of hippity-hop right off this bridge and make the journey just a little bit faster. Whee! Right then. My worry, though, is that it's not down here. Although I can't see why it would be anywhere else. Oh, stop hitting me in the back! That wasn't so bad. She gonna throw me a rope?
Geralt! Psst! Are
Look
you
at
there?
that! A rope!
I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakeslock's house is at the end of this street.
Something tells me she
Witch
snuck in
hunters
and out
guard
like
the
this
door.
before.
Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you.
Oh. Enter Professor's house. Preferably without alerting the guards. Can I sneak? Crouch? Something? Anything? Oh god. They've seen me already. Well, it's just witch hunters. Let's go ahead and make sure I've got my health regen going. Screw it. Let's just end them all.
Damn it.
Hello? Dodge! There we go. See, was that really so hard? Let's go ahead and pick up my goodies here and be moving on. Locked.
Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe.
I just knocked on the door. Leave a window open. About that. Also locked. How am I? Ah, here we go. So now I just jump over. Yeah. Hippity hoppity. Can I go in? Oh. Let's try that. Uh-oh. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Somebody sounds scared. I get the feeling I better get out of here quick, because this building looks like it's ready to collapse after that. Uh-oh. Now, I've seen that before. Yeah. All of these books I've read before. Oh dear, something's wrong.
Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone look in it and scream.
Ha ha ha. Master mirror, eh? Something about...
Silver Lamen. Don't know the sigil. Hasn't been used in ages, looks like.
But it looks very familiar, similar to the one drawn on my face. Similar design to it. The lines and the curvature.
Jillian Alboco's Lesser Key. Tomes about demons, dusty as they come.
The essence of evil is to cause suffering. There exist many varieties of suffering, from common corporeal pain through the rarefied torment of the psyche to deep wounds dealt to the soul. Whence then does evil arise? Does it appear on its own, or does it only spread when conditions are ripe? And finally, the most important question, how can evil be defeated? Most believable evil always existed, for none remember a time when it did not. Yet is that sufficient proof? I dared to doubt it, for I am a scholar, and the essence of scholarship is to question all hypotheses until they have been rigorously proven. The appearance of evil is closely tied to the existence of good, its opposite and antithesis. Good without evil is dimensionless, and therefore imperceptible. Evil, then, is an integral part of our lives. Evil wears many faces and appears in many different forms. One of them wears the skin of flesh. This evil incarnated as man travels the world, sowing death and suffering. Such evil is devious and difficult to discern. We usually only note its presence when it is already too late. In my scholarly wanderings through the myths and legends of a great many cultures, I've come across descriptions of a certain individual which all display a striking similarity. I do not mean in terms of the individual's outer appearance or name, but of his modus operandi. This evil works through trickery, tempting at first with the offer of something seemingly good. The price one must pay for this object of temptation, however, is enormous and non-refundable, and the promised good often contains horrifying hooks and treacherous traps. Beware then of any who promise the impossible, for such can only be delivered through the machinations of evil. Well, that's definitely describing Gaunter O'Dim if I've ever read. But why? What is he? Clearly, he's not just your average monster. If he was, we could just kill him and all of this hoopla would be done. There's something more to him. I can't look at the bookshelf. Loot the bookshelf. There we go. Alright, let's head downstairs and see what other clues we can find. Wait, up. It said there's a red arrow up. What's up here? Besides the door we shattered to come through the window. I'm not seeing anything. Alright, I'll just ignore it for now.
Franco? Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock?
Who the blazes?
You're blind.
How'd you get in? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, no, no. Out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
No. What demon?
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please. You know. Gaunter O'Dim. Evil incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant. Yeah. Could be.
This house is about to collapse.
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends. But that's beyond my control.
Came here because I need information. Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everic want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims and thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
Okay, what else?
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him, or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
Okay, but I've already got myself into a sticky situation and I need to know more so that I can figure out how to get out of it.
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
He told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
That just gave me the chills.
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him.
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and Odim, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, a pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. Odim delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother.
No.
Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No, oh no. Deduce, Witcher. Odim acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Oh boy.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of Odim? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he'd loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. Odim grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
All? No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating Odim at his own game.
Meaning?
Odim wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
Of course he does.
Odim left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless it will disappear once your pact is fulfilled.
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
Well, that gives me hope.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Ah, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
Yeah, I'm afraid, Yep. Tell me you didn't see that happening. Alright. Key to the front door. Professor's journal. Alright, I'm not going to worry about reading this right now. I'm well past my time. So we'll just go ahead and bid farewell. This is really getting interesting, and I am excited to see where it goes. A lot was actually revealed about Gaunter. He's definitely some kind of demon or dark spirit. Evil incarnate. Hell, you almost think maybe he is this world's version of the devil. It's a bit unclear, but still, we have more information now than when we started that conversation, so I'll be interested to see where it goes from here. And it's pretty obvious, this challenge of wits, it's going to be like some kind of competition of knowledge. But not just any knowledge. It's not going to be like a simple quiz. I got to outsmart him. And then there was the thing in the manor where they said when you go to cast him out, I guess they said, be sure to trap him in an unbreakable mirror. If you noticed upstairs, the mirror on the floor was cracked and shattered. So that leads me to believe that he was at one point trapped. Perhaps that's the reason for all of this. It was vengeance in some way. But there's only one reflection that can never be broken, and that's the surface of water. Things to think about for the future. But anyways, this has been exciting, and I can't wait to see what happens next. I hope you will stick around and enjoy it with me. Thanks everybody so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. Like and subscribe. Tune in next time to see what happens. Ta-ta for now.